All right. Things got a little wonky there. I'm not really sure what was happening with the intro video there, but welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye, episode 12. Woo! When we last left our intrepid family, they were surviving against a bunch of mechs, trying to take their livelihood. It did take some of the livelihood of their workers, which is very sad. We'll get to that in just a moment. But before we get there, let me just welcome you all to Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye. It is a live actual play of a 5e D&D setting called Shadow City Mysteries. Original setting by Play On Words Studios, based on our upcoming games and IP. You can check out now if you're very excited. You could pre-order our Shadow City Mysteries, the role-playing game, which actually is available very soon. It's finished-ish. It's done writing. We were in the middle of editing and layout and other important things, but the PDF will be coming soon and then off to the printers, which we're very excited about. You can also pre-order that. That's somewhere. I'm sure there's probably a thing somewhere in one of the places you're looking. There's also a super exciting tarot deck coming along with it, which also will come into play at some point in time. So pre-order that as well. If you fancy the video game, we have a visual novel that's right now you can play the demo of, called Shadow City Mysteries, Case Files, Rise of the Rat King, one of our important NPCs in this world. You can play that now, the demo now. Yeah, there's some quality of life stuff coming soon. It'll be part of the Steam Fest in February. So fun stuff. But I'm only saying all this because I always forget to do any of our promotional stuff. So I figure I'll take a moment now while I'm also slightly delaying for one of our other players to join us in a little while. So and then on top of that, thank you, Fuel. Well, I'm glad you're excited to see, and honestly, thanks to all the folks that have been following and adding us to wherever you're watching this or and all this other stuff. We really appreciate your support. If you and for free, you can support us on Patreon and you can get some behind the scenes stuff that's available there. So check us out on Patreon as well for Play On Words Studios. We're Play On Words Studios everywhere. And anything else, there's like a myriad. Maybe we do too much. Maybe that's my biggest problem and why I don't sleep. But let's get into it with the folks that are joining us today. So it's not a circle today; it is a square. And how does one actually start a square? I'm not even sure. But we'll start in the upper. I hope these people are in the same spot I think they're in. So upper left-hand corner, which is Winston. Winston, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Winston. I will be playing Peryn Skye, and he is trying to keep hope and his colleagues alive.
Excellent. And then Mandy.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm playing Raven, an infiltrator from the East End. I used to spy on soldiers for a living, but relax, I'm off the clock. Lovely.
Love that.
And Ariel.
Hi, I'm Ariel Caston. I'm playing Reggie Wren, an infiltrator with the Brass Consortium, and currently taking a mech-induced beauty nap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Thanks for writing on that one. I actually forgot what that was. All right. And last but not least, for this moment, Matt.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Walsh. I am playing Ignatis Iveson. He is a savant. You may have questions about him. He is just full of regret.
Oh, all right. Wait, full of regret. I don't know where that goes. All right. So where we left off was you were all in a battlefield, which was the front yard of your home. There were some workers. There were some mechanical creatures about, and they were trying to drill you or saw you in half or swarm you. There were a lot of options on the table there for how that could have played out, and it did play out. You all handled yourselves well, even while your heavy was oversleeping, presumably upstairs, and while all this is going on. But thankfully, your hired heavy within the household was able to make it out and come take care of some last minute cleanup for you all. So Now you stand amongst the rubble and mechanical scraps. What would and a scrapped Reggie, it seems, who is stabilized but does need some healing. I believe at this point one of the household members comes out. I think Miss Dreadmire is taken to the point of needing to keep some kind of like healing kits within the within the home. So we'll go ahead and say you've been applied some kind of healing piece. So go ahead and roll one. I think 1d8 is a good.
Okay. 1d8. 7.
7. There you go. So add some 7 hit points to yourself there.
Oh yay.
Oh yay. I like that, especially at second, soon to be third level. See what direction people are going with that. All right. I do believe Ignatis was in the middle of made a roll.
I had a bad roll for Clockwork's tools.
You did, but Raven, on the other hand, had a good roll for investigation. That was where was that? So what were you looking for in particular, Raven? Were you researching for anything, or what were you looking at when you were doing that investigation roll? Just so I can kind of guide your.
It's been a week. You think I remember?
Okay, so the boxes. There's some boxes that are intact. There are a bunch of boxes that have been blown up that where these things most likely, assumably, with a roll of 20, investigate, assumingly came from. There's a lot of blood all over the place, but it's not red because it's a monochromatic world, so it's just blotches of.
I think what I was probably trying to look for is any clue of origin of these things, not just like literally where they came from. Not, I mean more outside the world where they came from, or
okay. So looking at the boxes that blew up, you find that the origin of these boxes is the same origin as the equipment, which all seem to have come from different all the boxes come from Iron Union warehouses, right? So that's where they were storing their equipment and such. These particular boxes do seem to have originated from the same warehouse, at least. So you have at least that they didn't come from multiple ones. So, but there's no outside of that. There's no like it didn't come from like outside the country or outside the city or anything. That. Like it looks like they were at least originated from a warehouse within the city itself.
Ignatis, could you take a look and see if the mechanisms look similar to the arm you're looking at?
Oh, he tried that.
I tried that. That did not work.
You did. I'm sorry.
No, he tried.
No,
he tried.
How rude of me.
You were passed out. You were surviving as best you could. So you rolled it. Was it 6? No, you rolled a 7. You rolled a 7. So the only thing you can get from is these are not of Iron Union origin or Brass Consortium origin. So that part you at least know. But whether or not they're from the same as the arm or anything else that you were looking at, you don't have any. Not yet.
But the arm was the same, right? It was not the arm was not Iron Union nor Brass Consortium, right?
Correct. If you want to make broader assumptions from there, you may, but you don't have any definitive proof one way or another whether it's the same origin or whether it's just a quinky dink, as we like to say.
Could I do a perception check to see if anybody who remained around is acting weird and not in the scared kind, or like if I see anybody sneak in?
I would say so. Perception for sneak in, insight for if anybody's acting weird. So your choice of poison, and that could go for anybody if you're,
All right, I guess I'm gonna check to see if there's anybody sneaking around. No,
I may try the insight.
So well, it's not a no. I mean, it's just that like if they are, you're not picking up on it. But you see everybody you see, right? Like you see the dead bodies of the workers off to the left. Yeah, left. And then you see you saw the other two just get out of dodge, right? Like they didn't get out of dodge. They ran to the edge of and they're kind of like stopped because they got tired, not because they just didn't want to keep running. And they're looking about like just to see what you're all doing at this point. But they're not reapproaching the house. Let's just say that at this moment.
Okay.
You said it was inside if there was anybody acting weird.
Yeah, inside.
Okay. Peryn wants to try that.
All right.
And I just rolled a 13.
Okay, you rolled a 13. Thanks for helping out the players at home who are just listening and not watching. Even if you're watching, though, you're not going to see anything because we don't have it up on the screen. So we got to call it out anyway, right? So with 13, I mean, other than Ignatis, he's like the weirdest one here.
Not weird to me.
Yeah.
He's always
still
been
just
like
like this guy. No, everyone else seems to be again acting appropriately, like scared shitless, or not wanting to or dead. So you look at the dead bodies, they're dead, so they're doing their thing correctly, and then the workers that we're about, nothing else strange. And then the mechanical, you can't get a read on them because they're mechanical clumps of scrap. So yeah,
I want to go to Miss Dreadmire,
Missionary,
and see if there were any deliveries. If all these boxes had been here from, I think it was yesterday that they came.
Day before.
Okay, so if there were any new shipments that had come over.
It's Tuesday, right? No, so this is no, it's Wednesday morning. So
it's Wednesday morning.
It was yesterday.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if they came from yesterday, or if anything new came today.
No, this was all the shipment. So she'll let you know that all the shipment came all at the same time. Well, not the same time, but all during the same time. But she remarks that all the boxes were delivered like in the clumps. So there's like 4 or 5 clumps about the place. They were all kind of dropped off. So what you can at least assume from that is the boxes were not loaded. They weren't all dropped off at the same time, right? So throughout the day, the boxes were dropped off, and then they were dropped off like in clumps appropriately. Like the Iron Union is pretty organized, so when they do deliveries, they don't deliver a mix of things, right? So whatever's first needed gets dropped off in one clump, and whatever's next, whatever, right? So it's all pretty organized pretty well. So the box, what it shows you at least is that the boxes were intermingled with those deliverables yesterday. Deliveries yesterday. There we go. That's the word it's looking for. So
aside from that, I probably want to take a look at the boxes, see if I can figure out which ones were, I guess, exploded or broken out of, and see if there's any markings or anything on them.
Sure. I mean, you could roll investigate or perception on that one. That's a good reason.
Okay, I do investigation. That would be a 15.
Yeah. Your investigating proves to be about the same as Raven's, and that the boxes, I mean, again, they didn't really explode. It looks like actually and Raven, you can get this piece too, is the boxes kind of collapsed apart from the inside. They were designed to do that, right? They didn't like explode or anything like that.
Okay.
If they were broken, it was because of the giant scorpion thing of death was just large and crunched out of it, and then but it looks like the giant scorpion of death thing was like probably more compact, and then kind of busted out of it, like when it enlarged out. The swarms kind of just knocked their boxes apart or whatever. Didn't really destroy them, so those are the more intact ones. And then the flying drones kind of like popped out of the top of there, so that there's more damage on those boxes just from probably the speed at which they flew out of those.
Would a 15 notice any like markings or anything on the boxes?
Again, the same thing as being. I mean, you all get the idea that it all came from one central one warehouse.
Okay. Well, I meant like this way, like an X on the one that's supposed to be like.
No, nothing indicate. No. There was no clear indicators on it. In fact, the thing that you do notice on a 15 and definitely on a 20 is that the boxes were made to look as unnoticeable and integrated with the rest of the boxes as possible.
Do we
had mechanical creatures not flown out of them, you would have nobody would even realize that they weren't supposed to be there. What were you gonna say, Reggie?
I was gonna say, is there somebody we can talk to? Maybe you already talked to them. My internet had a blip. that would know if anybody new had been delivering to the warehouse or out of the ordinary that is here? Would we have to go to the warehouse to talk to someone about that?
No, like, I mean, when you finally track down the folks that are kind of hanging off to the side, no, they tell you the only people who would probably know that are at the warehouse itself. And like, these folks are never been to, like, well, it's not that they've never been to a warehouse. They haven't been working the warehouse shifts for a very long time. They're actual like workers for building.
Talking to the workers, did all of the creatures like emerge at the exact same time and at like a very specific time? Like, was it like exactly at 8 a.m. or 8:30?
Well, they weren't looking at their watches, but they all seemed to pop out at the same time whenever it did.
Okay.
So it was only a few minutes ago. So roughly, combat only takes a couple of minutes, right? So it was like maybe 10, 15 minutes before this, so about 20, 25, 30 minutes ago. So 8 a.m. though, about ish, right? Or 7
a.m.
7. You were sleeping at about 8. Yeah, it was about 8 o'clock. Would probably be about
okay.
Right when the workers were kind of like just getting, they'd already been starting for a little bit because they started early. They just didn't start banging until, because they're not allowed to start. Zoning laws prevent them from start hammering until 8 a.m.
So perhaps they were timed to go off at the most optimal time when the most workers were there.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So that begs the question: was the target us? Was the target Skye household? Was the target the workers? Like,
well,
yes.
You know, Esten keeps telling us we don't talk to him enough. We just make assumptions. Maybe we should go talk to him and see if he knows anything about this.
I mean, he'll likely blame the curse, but
is there any worry that there's any other boxes out there right now
that's a good point.
Might collapse?
So let's check the rest of the boxes, I guess. It's a good idea.
We should probably Hans is out there, right? So we should probably
Hans is out there. He's looking around a bit. Yeah.
I mean, we can Ignatis will say to Hans, do we want the workers to open up all the existing boxes just to make sure there's nothing else?
We could. You're invested. I'm gonna give Mandy your for Ravens 20. I said that you didn't notice any other boxes that. Now you know what those boxes look like, even though there wasn't any clear indication on the outside of whether or not that would have given it away. Now you've seen them, you can pretty much do a pretty quick cursory check of the remaining boxes and see that they're mostly supplies and so forth. You don't have any worries that there's any more like Trojan mechanical.
Understood. Yeah. I just wanted to check.
No. I don't blame you. I just thought it would prevent you from spending valuable.
Right.
Time
are you sure not out of the giant scorpion of death come a million baby scorpions of death?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Now you've said that.
Now you're just asking for it. You barely got it last time.
That's why I took that second shot after we killed it, just to make sure it was really dead.
I got a whole 7 hit points. I'm ready for round 2.
Of course, she took a nap, so she's ready for round 2. But the rest of us,
it was not a short rest. It was still...
No, it was not.
All right.
So now we can.
Yeah, you could definitely go find Esten. He's kind of at this point. He's like made it out to the front porch. He's just like, see, there was a disturbance. It's the workers aren't working. What seems to be? He looks over. He's like, probably
some of them are chopped in half.
Yeah, probably notify the union about this.
Yeah, do you know anybody who makes these sort of mechanical bugs?
Mechanical bugs? No, not off the top of my head. It's not something in my normal purview of business. So hold on, let me think. No. Like even outside of this country, I've not really seen the usage of mechanical bugs. Quite inventive, actually. He walks over and he pushes it with his cane and sorts the pieces. He's like, "Yeah, this is not my area of expertise at all, but I would say not usually what comes along with union work." So,
and the scorpion doesn't ring any bell of any significance in your history or enemies?
No, but I mean, scorpions are quite dangerous. I mean, So this looked quite huge and menacing. Quite very impressive work here.
I don't know if impressive would really be the word. There were a number of deaths.
He looks over. He's like, "No, I can see them. Like they're quite impressive. The carnage here is quite bad, huh? And you all took care of this. Good job. Good job. Excellent work.
Thanks.
We might need some hazard pay. Just saying.
Of course, of course.
All right. Well, thanks for your insight, I guess.
Well, I mean, what was it? The only question was, do I know anything about mechanical bugs? And I said,
Well, no, like
it was more, do you know anybody who's capable of building something like this and directing it to you?
well, there are multiple engineers within the city. Now, whether or not they were directed towards me, not that I'm aware of. No.
Do you know of anybody who maybe has some type of animosity towards you who has the capability of creating this?
Well, like the mecha bug master.
yeah, or anybody you rub the wrong way who has a hobby in bugs and engineering. I don't know.
And engineering? No.
Just one of those two?
No. Well, engineering, probably many. Bugs, not so much. I don't know any. I don't even know what is the study of bugs, whatever that would be.
Entomology?
Entomology, yeah.
There you go. See, I don't even know the words, let alone know if people would.
Well, I have no idea if this is going to put a delay on the house repairs. So,
well, I'm sure it will. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to get more workers in here. They're going to want extra pay because of the hazardness of this. I'm going to have to speak with somebody at some point in time about why they would bring mechanical bugs to the workshop that obviously aren't designed for repairs. This seems like oversight on their side of things very much as well. So,
I mean, no one seemed to know that. No one seemed to have brought them here on purpose.
Well, why would they? Look at what they did. Like this is not efficient building materials at all. I've seen many automatons brought into workplaces to lift, carry, saw, build, whatever. But these don't look like your typical off the factory floor models at all. These are very specialized in their creation. I mean, maybe Siskin thought he was doing us a favor by bringing in some new robots and so forth to work on the house.
Do you want us to go talk with him and set up a meeting between you and he to discuss the dead workers, I guess?
Well, we should definitely inform him of the dead workers, and then we'll see where he goes from there. I don't know if we need to set up a meeting about this matter whatsoever. But we should probably, once we've informed the union, they'll take care of the disposal of the people. Well, the remains of the people.
Thank you for rephrasing that.
It may be beneficial for you to, although you may not think so now, beneficial for you to make some type of statement or prepare some type of condolences for the families who lost their lives, or for the families of those who lost their lives here.
Oh, yes. I'll get Miss Dreadmire on that. I'm sure
I'm sure she's capable, yes.
Yeah, more than capable. She handles this stuff all the time.
That is slightly troubling, but...
Do you have workers dying on you all the time?
Well, in our travels, we've had many instances of things happening that we need to cover one way or another for mostly... Sorry, Peryn.
I'm sorry. Just cover is kind of an odd choice of words.
For diplomatic and political reasons.
That not any better, but I think I understand what you mean. Perhaps address, I think, might have been a better option for wording, but it's fine. I'm sure Miss Dreadmire will assist you in the way that she can. So,
I am curious to understand your thought process more. Is this something you would file under curse?
Oh no.
Okay.
This is something I would file under day-to-day business.
Cost of doing business.
Exactly.
perhaps you should look into the business that you do
But
a little more carefully.
with it, I mean, people die in factory work all the time here in the city. This is just par and course for
This isn't
People-
factory work, and this isn't par for the course. This was a direct assault, likely against your household.
Do people die from mechanical bugs regularly?
no, but machinery. I mean, it's
Factories?
quite common actually.
Yeah,
we don't,
but
we don't
getting
have
crushed,
guardrails in the city, you know. Yeah.
getting crushed under a giant piston is different than getting attacked by a mechanical bug. You surely see the difference in that.
Well, I don't know. He just points at this leg. He says, "This leg here is a piston, right? I mean, Ignatis, help me out here, right? And this comes up and comes down, right? In a striking motion, and it's just as dangerous as any of the factories within the city." He turns to one of the workers. Isn't that right? I mean, how many injuries did we just have in the last week within one of the factories in the union? The guy's like, "Well, yeah, no, it was George. George lost, yeah, pretty bad. And then there was, Francilla. Yeah, no, you're right.
I turn to that guy. Is this a normal factory accident for you?
Well, I mean, off the factory floor, no, it's definitely not normal, not normal. But I mean, occasionally we've had some of those automatons that just they go crazy sometimes, and they, okay, crazy is not the right word because they're not thinking. They just it's mismanagement of operations and so forth. But I mean, nobody told us they were going to have these things here, working.
Yeah, but all of them going crazy
at once
at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, that stuff does happen quite a bit.
Do you usually employ automaton bugs?
No, this is the first time I've ever seen a bug. Like, why would you do that? That just seems odd. Like, that's just somebody's I mean, but we got a lot of Wainwrights and Gearwrights and engineers. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff these days. Everybody's trying to put their own little stamp on things, so that people kind of go, oh yeah, that's Marty's bug mechs.
I'm not sure that. I just want to clarify that bugs. I've seen fairly large bugs where I grew up. That is the size of a truck, pointing to the scorpion thing. That is a large.
Yeah, that's one big bug. I agree.
Yeah. Well, it's machinery. It looks in the shape of a bug, maybe, but that's not a bug. We're not talking about bugs here. We're talking about automatons that are somehow control. Actually, that's the question. And Ignatis, I don't know much about automatons. Are they self-directed or are they controlled? Is that how does that work precisely?
So for Ignatis, is because you do have some crafting order. It's a little bit of both. Now, free thought, no, nobody's even heard of that as far as automatons. But the closest you get is automatons can have some basic functionality that allows them to do certain routines and so forth, right? That are programmed into them. Most automatons are controlled, either through not really radio waves. That's rarer. Usually through some kind of connected remote or whatever for operation.
How far can one of these remotes reach? Like how far away? How close does someone have to be to operate?
Ignatis, why don't you give me a tools check on that? Well, I'll give you a intelligence and tools or wisdom, whichever you wish to choose. It's probably intelligence though.
All right, tools. It's another 7 with my tools.
You need better tools.
better tools. That's true.
Are you still blessed?
And then
Oh wait. I mean,
It's concentration.
actually,
so-
blessing would not work for that. I
No,
don't
with that, no, because it's only yeah.
Do I have to
Um,
cast
this would be guidance, I
guidance?
think.
I have to. Yeah,
You could.
I'd have to.
You could. Go ahead. You know, since you
Okay.
guys don't think to use your abilities ever.
I'm gonna Ignatis give you guidance, which will give you an extra D4.
will that make that big of a difference?
It will. I mean, if you roll well, it will. If you don't roll well, it'll be.
I got it too.
So, I mean, you in theory, it could be quite a large distance, but you don't know the full range or whatever. Mostly anything with radio would be within a short distance, but the potential for long distance isn't outside the realm of possibilities. You don't have enough exact knowledge to be like, we should start walking in this perimeter to see if we can find an origin for this. You don't even know if these things actually had any kind of radio setup because you haven't had time to really. And you're looking at it, you don't know. Just looking at it, glancing at it, you don't know if these were set up for radio or actually had commands imprinted into their control chips or anything like that.
But with time spent in investigating,
of course, time spent, anything is possible.
Okay. All right.
Time spent in better roles, anything is possible.
Well, I can spend the time. I can't guarantee the better roles.
That's right. Well, there is a theory that said certain amount of time you would gain enough information out of something. It's just
Peryn wants to use his mystic sense to see if he gets any type of magic,
a tingling, a magic tingling.
Any tinglings in the magic regions.
The magic regions. I don't think you have to roll anything for that. Or is it a wisdom check?
I don't believe so. I think it's just maybe.
Let's take a look at your character sheets. You did something.
Just detect magic.
It's just detect magic.
It's wisdom perception check.
Well, there we go.
Okay. All right. So let's do that then. That'd be a 25.
Don't forget to look at Esten.
I'm not looking at Esten. I'm gonna go blind.
So, well, if you don't look at Esten, there's no. I mean, there's nothing. Oh, the Turnstone itself always has a little bit of residual magic to it. That's just kind of the inherent nature of Turnstone.
Mm.
Looking around, you kind of have to look around.
He'll concentrate on he'll look at the large scorpion machine first, and just kind of glance around to see if he picks up anything else.
So the things you pick up, so there's no extra magic or anything you can notice in the machines, right? There's a large amount of Turnstone being used. There's no specific. Having seen now Brass Consortium and you see the Iron Union members, their mechanical bits and clockworkness gives off certain tonal colors to them, right? From the Turnstone itself. These are just regular Turnstone, so it's a little bit of gold to it. It doesn't have the brass color to it. It doesn't have the iron bluish sheen, right? Looking at Hans, just because Hans is nearby, he is actually almost null as far as that goes. His work, because you're now seeing all of them kind of you see Reggie, you see the Iron Workers, you see this, you see Hans. Hans almost gives off a nulling effect from your magic sense on that for the pieces that he has on him. Esten gives off a little bit of a bluish hue, but that seems to be fading at the moment. But otherwise, and Torvid does give off anything. He's just a bird.
Just a very, very old bird.
Old bird. Yeah. That's actually to be said. The Esten's cane actually kind of has a residual that's kind of faded away now at this point. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that also blue, or is that more of like the mechanical color?
No, it's a blue. It's
Okay.
a blue. It's actually a darker blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any value in harvesting this turnstone?
Yes, there is actually.
Oh, all this is going into my workshop.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Hans is like, it is. And the Iron Unions are like, it is. Like, everybody's like, and then
Hans?
Esten goes, for storage, it might be a good idea.
Hans, does
Yes,
this strike you as a normal kind of accident?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay. Thank you.
No, this is
You're not crazy.
Something is afoot here.
It's a deliberate attack.
Yes. Now, on who? It all happened so fast. It's hard to say. It could have been for the workers. It could have been towards the household. It could have been towards you all. But since we never really got a moment to see where it was directed, it's from my observations, which were quick. It seemed they were targeting whoever was attacking them. But it seems initially they attacked the first beings that it ran into. Now, what they would have done after those beings were gone, we don't know. Perhaps someone with mechanical skills or whatever could delve a little bit deeper into what their order cycle was within their chips. But for now, that is unknown.
Really appreciate it. So what do we do now, fam and Peryn?
There was, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ignatis was going to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Another question that he had mentioned at the end of the last time about something. I need to look back.
Now you're testing my memory.
The thing with the stuff. Ask him about the thing with the stuff.
The stuff. There was acid note features. No, that's somebody else. Not you. You said you were wanted to ask about one more thing, and I'm not gonna go back here because I don't want you to lose out on that moment.
Oh, I remember. He asked if that perfect question that will actually get Esten to answer one of our major questions.
Definitely don't think that was it.
And he worded it perfectly.
Oh my! Maybe it was. Maybe it was so far back. Maybe it was before it was supposed to be before the last session as opposed to this one.
Probably, actually, it might have been. It might have been the end of the last session before this.
Yeah, you had a really good question, and I was just like, "Oh, there it was." No, wait, no.
I mean, to be fair, you did get attacked by like a swarm and mechanical things. So
I'm gonna go back to because it was a question about not being able to read Esten's notes, and you wanted to roll an Arcana check.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'll let you give you an Arcana check on that one because I think it was a good question and it would have come up in the moment. So
15.
There you go. You are aware that there are, you believe, magics that allow for one to write in a script that is unreadable to others. However, you do not know of anything that would last for very long. Like most of the things that you know of that are for shorter periods of time. The way Esten was talking was that he has volumes of files that are unreadable that he keeps on the regular.
So it sounds like he uses like a more mundane cipher of some sort, like
maybe, or a more complex version of this is the other version, or the other way to go with it.
More advanced magic.
More advanced, something that very particular for this. At 15, you do know that there probably are ways to perceive that regardless of what he says. Oh man. Oh, okay, there he's back. Disappeared for a second there. I thought that information was so much for you. You're just like,
oh, sorry.
No, that's right. No.
I was taking notes.
All right. Any other questions, observations, and so forth you would like to do with the scene? But with that note of Ignatis wanting to put it into the storage area, which isn't a bad idea, is Hans directs some of the house workers, and the Iron Union's not opposed to it because it means that one, it clears out the workspace, and then two, it means that they do ask that they could have maybe access to it later from one of somebody higher up. These guys aren't going to look for it or whatever. Ms. Dreadmire also takes to the point of getting some of the servants to put covers over the bodies and move them to more appropriate like handling and so forth. So they're not just
We don't have to call
half
the
body
police or anything before we do that.
Nobody does. No. Actually, nobody even suggests that. Actually, the only suggestions to the ironworkers is that they get on the phone or on the radio to Central, and they contact them and say, "Don't worry, we have some people coming out to take care of this." And then, nobody even suggests calling the police. Actually, at this point, so.
When the bodies are taken to where they're going to, I guess, be.
For now, they take them down to there's a cooling area in the basement.
Okay.
Where they,
Peryn will go down and say a few words
to
their salvation of their souls.
No, Fief makes a comment that's very kind of you, and joins you in the silent. So
Ignatis will mention to Miss Dreadmire that we should make sure whatever supplies we were expecting in those boxes is properly delivered, so we're not shorted.
Mr. Dreadmire goes very, very well noted, Ignatis, and I'm already going through the inventory now to see what has been mistakenly. She's more concerned of the money laundering aspect of this that could be involved, of false goods and so forth being shipped, and making sure that the pricing is appropriately allocated. But and starts making diligent notes and on her pad as per usual.
Well, I guess we should look into this. I don't know.
Well, of course, if you wish. It is about 9 o'clock. Miss Dreadmire mentions that there were a number of people intending to come by today to speak with some of you, and then makes a note or a note to you that at noon you had mentioned you had a possible appointment with someone and may not want to miss that you had scheduled.
Which you? Is that Peryn?
Reggie.
Oh, I had a meeting at noon with someone. All right. Well, then excuse me. I'm gonna go upstairs and change my shirt, I guess.
I believe he mentioned it was off-site, so I don't know if you need a ride or anything, but it does take about 30 minutes to get to the city.
Who the hell was I gonna meet at noon?
You left a note for somebody somewhere.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not awake doubly now because I got woken up early and then I got knocked the fuck out.
What?
So,
it happens.
So, well, I have time.
It happens. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tidy up.
All right.
She goes upstairs.
Hans goes about getting things. He gets the truck ready. At about this time, a few hours later, so you have time to. Most people weren't coming until noon. Remember. So, is there anything you all wanted to go about doing? Ask more questions, research, whatever. But before you could mention that to me now or in a little bit. At about noon, vehicles start arriving at the household. There is a very fancy car, coupe, with a rat like metallic rat hood ornament that pulls up, that kind of rumbles as it comes into the yard. And anybody who would, and then like two people get out of the car. The driver gets out, and anybody who would like to make a history roll with advantage may do so. And then there is they open the door for a smaller
With advantage?
With advantage, yeah.
19 with advantage.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, I'm probably on my way to the meet.
You would still spot. You would have spot them though. And
Okay.
so coming in.
18 with advantage.
What was this roll?
History with advantage.
History with advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine was 12.
12. Okay, that's so good.
3 and 7.
Oh, that's good. Reggie just goes, it's one of those.
It's a
like,
rat.
It's a famous driver. That's like, maybe that's about like racer, but you don't know their name or anything like that. You go, you don't like, I don't care about that stuff so much.
Yeah.
And then the rest of you over 10 do recognize that it's not just any racer. That's Clutch Starling, the famous racer who's like was one of the top like sports race car drivers in the city, and has national fame even, and has been an international fame even, has gone around and raced in many a famous city and whatever. Those over with the roll over 15 are aware that their career kind of came to an end under suspicious circumstances and so forth. And you do know that over 15, you're aware that they've been in the city for a while now and work for the Court of Rats. And to what extent you're not really sure. That person's very recognizable in like celebrity status, like as far as things go in the city. They're wearing, like driving gloves, and like they've got a very proper it's a very Court of Rats like chauffeur kind of style of things. And the vehicle very particularly is the Rat King's personal like coupe that he's driven around in, but it is not the Rat King getting out of the car. It is a younger woman who is tattooed up and looks very much like a member of the Court of Rats. Very, very displaced from the rest of the surroundings here, and she is just looking around, like eyes open, like what? Like they got dropped off at like an episode of Cribs, and they're all about. For those very young that are listening, Cribs used to be a television show that was on MTV that no longer exists, I don't think. So anyway, I just realized just how outdated myself with that reference. So looking around, going crazy, just checking out all the details of everything. They thank the driver, and it is the Ratmobile. It is true, but no, this car is impeccable. There's so many commenting about the Ratmobile, and that has a squeaky wheel, and it would seem that, but this vehicle is in tip-top shape. It runs as if it has 1,000 rats within it. So a lot of rat power, not horsepower, in this city. And so just looking around and kind of at this point, Miss Dreadmire kind of like floats towards the young woman to speak with them. And then there's another vehicle pulls up. It contains a very finely dressed individual in full military attire. But anybody, all of you who've served in the military, you note that they look like they are of a pretty low rank, so private. but they get dropped off by a private car. And then there is another private car that gets lots of people loading up for talk with y'all.
No carpool.
Carpool. They should have carpooled, but they didn't. They didn't think of that because they all seem to be coming from different areas. There is Sister Grace arrives in a car, and then also a very stylish car, private vehicle, but not like a taxi or whatever. It looks like anybody who has religion can make a religion roll.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I guess that's me.
I'm sure other people have religion, just probably had a negative.
Hold on.
Not with advantage, sadly, though. So
Oh shit! Sorry.
I got a 14 without advantage.
All right, without advantage. So without advantage, 14. So seven. You know that it's a. You can tell by the platings and so forth. It's a vehicle for of the church. Same with a 9, a vehicle of the church. With the 14, you realize that it is the platings and the markings are of people of import. They also have a driver. You do not recognize the two people do get out of it. One is a young woman in very common, won't say like monk / sister robes, but they're not like Sister Grace looks one way, very proper nun kind of like religious, and this one looks more impoverished.
So this isn't Sister Grace. This is somebody else who's coming.
This is another person. So there's another woman with almost platinum, very short bob hair. Otherwise looks very common, like the dress, religious dress, but of a someone who's taken vows of poverty almost. Like they're not as finely, like Sister Grace is very finely dressed, but not overly so, right? But enough to be like, oh, this is an important person, dresses nice. This person obviously dresses the way they dress because they've taken like vows of poverty, and it's not because they're slumming it or anything like that, just because it's still immaculate to the point that it can be, but it's not. And then another person steps out, and you recognize the clothing of another father, basically not an alkalite though, much higher level, so almost like you recognize him as an elder status within the church.
Okay.
As these people kind of grow, Miss Dreadmire is kind of like a little flustered at the fact that, and you never see her get flustered. She's just like, everybody showed up on time. Nobody shows up on time. And so kind of goes from the one person from the Court of Rats, and then like floats over to the private, and talks to them for a moment, and then kind of points them in a direction, points everybody, kind of just starts organizing, putting people into direction. And then at this point, she floats over to you all, and basically, for Reggie, she who at this point has gone upstairs, gone dressed, came back down, whatever. She says Hans can take you into the city for your appointment if you would like.
Sure. Would he rather stay here with all these people?
Hans looks about the people. He's like, no, I think Esten's fine.
All right.
And then there's like, and it'll do him some good to socialize a bit. And
if you think so,
he needs to be peopled a bit more. And then
it certainly seems that way.
And so he gets into the truck. Not before walking over to the Ratmobile and giving it a fine look over and just kind of nodding to the driver and just kind of admiring the machinery that is the Ratmobile. And in all of its it is definitely a fine piece of machinery, very, very embellished with extra turnstone embellishments and so forth. For being a vehicle of the Court of Rats, it is amazing that it has, and where it usually dwells, it's amazing that it has all of its hubcaps and all of its other things attached to it. But again, this is very well known for being the Rat King's vehicle, so most people know better than to mess with such a thing.
Hans, are you sure you don't want to stay and just enjoy the view?
No,
Okay.
it's not my business.
Okay.
And so Hans gets in the vehicle with you. You all can have a conversation on the way there. I just will prep up a few more people as we.
Sure.
Esten comes out and is like, "What is all this commotion? Oh, people. Soiree is not ready yet." And Miss Dreadmire mentions, is like, "Remember, we're conducting business before we need to get everything in line. You need to meet with people. You can't just be going out amongst the city and having drinks all the time." And it's like, "But why not? I'm in Skye." It's like, "Well, these people wish to meet with you. Well, some of you. Some wish to meet with some of the family members as well." "Oh, excellent. Let them meet with the family members." And so she goes, she's like, "Well, just one moment. Esten, wait in the parlor, will you?" And then goes about, and then goes over to Ignatis, and Miss Dreadmire goes over to Ignatis and mentions, she's like, this gentleman here is Private Lee Goshawk. He was directed here by what was the man's name again? It was Lieutenant Hook Crow, I believe. And the private's like, yes, ma'am. Like Ignatis Ibison, yes?
That's correct. Private.
I was sent to speak to you about. You were inquiring about some of the missing orphans, and I believe I may have some information for you.
Oh, excellent. Miss Dreadmire, do we have a room we can use for a private discussion?
Yes, there are many, and the since this won't affect influence or anything like that, she directs you to one of the smaller rooms.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. That's fine.
Yeah. And then she goes about to the individuals that came out of the church mobile. Everything's going to be a mobile at this point. The church car. And then she comes over to Peryn and goes, "Peryn, you actually have two guests, and technically Ignatis as a second guest as well. There's Sister Grace, but she seems to be here. She wished to speak to you to give you more information about the orphans."
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, I'll go speak. You said there was somebody else?
Yes, there's a elder Biano Crane. And a Sister Tay Sparrow.
What? They're together.
They are here. Yes,
now.
It seems they travel together. Yes, that is their.
Okay. If you can deliver a message, tell.
They're literally like right there.
Okay. He's contemplating like running upstairs and throwing on a tacit or something.
Oh, sure, of course.
But it's like at this point, he's like, he's done too much already.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can you do me a favor and just make sure that Sister Grace doesn't go anywhere. I want to make sure that I do talk to her, but I'll talk to her in one moment. And is the parlor free?"
The parlor can be free, yes.
Okay, good. Just let her know I'll speak to her in a moment. I need to handle something really quickly, and then, but I do definitely want to talk to her.
All right, I will shuffle Esten out of the parlor and move him to his study.
Oh, he's in the parlor.
He was. I will shuffle him out of the parlor, and I will move him to his study, and I will make sure Grace and him get reacquainted.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes, that's fine. And so with that, we will take a moment of pause. Actually, while people are being shuffled around, Raven, is there anything you want to be doing? Did you want to try and catch the ride with Reggie? Did you want to? Your note. You're saying lots of everything you're saying. I'm sure is
Yes, if I didn't have visitors, I probably would have tried to go with Reggie.
No problem. That's what I figured as well, because you were aware of what Reggie was going to go do.
Right.
So
right.
yeah. All right. So I will with that, we're going to take a short break. So we'll come back at the 10 past the hour. So a little bit longer than our 5-minute break. Maybe we'll do 5. It'll be about 7 minutes past the hour. And we'll be back. Or sorry, 8 minutes past the hour as the time keeps clicking away. So it might as well just be 10 minutes. Budget all together. 10 minutes after the hour, we'll be back. And so in the presiding time, please take a moment with this intermission to hydrate. Take a moment, walk around, fix your posture, whatever you need to do, and we'll see you at 10 minutes past the hour. All right. And some sweet, sweet lo-fi music for you too. It's pseudo go time. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all are freshened up and ready for some more nonstop Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye action. We left our people were beating up with some people, but Reggie and Raven were taking a ride with the Hans back into the city for a potential meeting at the Brass Rose. Hans is driving. Do y'all say anything? Do y'all talk during the ride into the city, or is it just
Oh yeah, no, for sure. So Hans,
But wait,
first of all,
we in the front seat?
Yeah. There's nobody. Well, you could now. The option is the ride in the back, which is the window slat to the front open, and you can just talk to him through the back since you're so used to riding that way most of the time.
No, I wanted to have a conversation with him specifically. So, well, I guess first, how are you doing?
Well
That
enough.
feels everything well enough. Okay. Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course.
I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why do you work for Esten?
Why do I work for Esten?
Yeah.
He saved my life.
He also told us he ruined your reputation.
Well, yes, that was part of it. That's how he was able to save my life. If he hadn't, I wouldn't be here.
See, what happened? Can I ask? Again, if you don't, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I don't want to be too nosy.
Well, no, I was in a situation where there was a family of insurgents, and there was an explosive, and I protected the family from the explosive, and this would have basically, if I had survived, and I did, but only thanks to Esten, meant that I was protecting the enemy, and so in doing so, I was honorably discharged. Well, dishonorably discharged, but
Let's see. And you were working for him at that time?
no,
Okay.
I came into his service after that.
Okay.
He paid for the extensive reconstruction that you see now.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Well, not many others saw it that way, and so I went to service for Esten, and since then I've traveled with him all over the world and seen the good that he does.
What good does he do? Because all I have seen so far is someone who is out of touch with reality.
That is all you see, because that is all you wish to see.
Well,
Esten goes way far out of his way to protect many people in this world. In fact, the world would be in a far worse place if it wasn't for Esten.
how so?
He sees things and knows things that few even understand. He deals with people that are far more dangerous than, well, you have yet to meet. And he deals with them in a way that few others could. He's been given a life of wealth and importance, and he uses that as a weapon against those who would do greater harm to the world than you can imagine.
Does he ever get on your nerves?
I said no. I've grown immune to his nonsense when he so chooses it. Esten can be a very serious man when he needs to be. It is all part of being the rich noble that allows him to walk in places that others would never be able to make their way into.
I see. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate your insight.
Yes, I think just speaking to your grandfather would go a long way, and not in the accusatory way of questioning and putting him on the spot. He will parry and move out of the way of any of your attacks upon him, because that is what he is. He's a skilled diplomat and very skilled at dealing with people who try to get things from him that he does not wish.
I tried today. I really did. I tried to be so nice. And just
was that your interpretation of the situation?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, I wasn't bringing flowers or making him coffee, but I was trying to.
You should never do that for him. He has people for that. He wouldn't expect you to do that.
I was being facetious, but I was trying to be kind. I was trying to get his actual insight. I guess, as you said, he needs to be peopled more, but it seems like he's peopling a lot. I don't know.
He does. Well, he doesn't actually. He's peopled quite a bit over the years. Walked among many a different type of folk.
Why not with his family?
That's a better question for him. However, I can say this is not the first time we have met, Reggie.
I feel I would have remembered you.
I feel that if memory was as impeccable and as stalwart as you believe, then that would be true.
Maybe. Well, then it's a shame that I don't remember meeting you before, because you seem like a pretty swell guy.
I do my best.
Anyhow, thanks for driving us.
Of course. Should be at a destination soon. Anything from you, Raven?
Nah. Just sitting here listening.
Fair enough.
Did you see me before?
Yes.
Because I'm sure I would have remembered you.
I've met every one of Esten's grandchildren and children while they were alive at some point in time.
I have another question for you. Do you think it's really a curse on the Skye family? Do you think it's a targeted attack?
I do not believe in curses, but that is my upbringing. I do believe in... I don't believe in coincidences either. So now, whether it is an orchestrated attack against the Skye family, Esten specifically, or anything else, I do not believe it is an orchestrated attack against Esten. I do believe that it is probably deeper than that, and even Esten can account for more things that have happened within his family over time than even recent things. Now, are they all connected? I do not know. Are they the Skye family having a bad stroke of luck continuously with people that, as much as this city likes to put his sister in very high regards, there are many within the city who did not consider her to be the nice old lady that she turned out to be in the end. And their parents were held in very high regards, but only amongst certain types of people within the city as well. So again, whether those are the same people that would consider Esten to be in high regards is another story as well. Each of them dwelled in different circles, I will say.
The people that, because we had to go talk to a bunch of different people for him, and a lot of them said that it was a start and he had some work to do. Do they disregard him because they disregard his sister poorly? And I know I should maybe talk to Esten about this, but
no,
I can get a straight answer from you.
This is fine for speaking with me about. Okay. I would say that it is more that he has been out of the city for some time. And so those that you spoke with are the current movers and shakers within the city itself. His realm of influence is international, not national. Well, national, but not on a city level. This is city level politics we're talking about. If Esten were in another country or was even in the halls of the national level, he would be without peer. In the city, that's different. He has influence, but it's not the same influence that he carries other places. That's why he has to broker and use the tools that are available to him, which are you, and are also his bargaining chips that he has, which are his money, his influence, things like that. But again, on a city level, he is starting almost from scratch as well.
Has he gathered his children in other areas like
No.
he has here?
Does he see us as tools?
No, he sees you as his legacy. I use the word tools because that is generally how he looks at. I could say the word pieces as well, as if you were pieces on a board, but I would not call you pawns by any means.
Legacy still doesn't feel like family, though. So
he has a lot to work on. It's true.
Yeah.
But
I mean, not that I was looking for family last week before I met you, re-met you.
But keep in mind a few things. He, as I've mentioned, has lived a very dangerous life in which he has accrued many enemies around the world. He has done everything that he has been able to do to protect you all as much as possible. Him not being a part of your lives is not because he did not want to be a part of your lives. I will leave that to him to speak on further. But it is because it was in the best sense for your safety, your parents, yourself, that he did not associate with you. Associating with you would have put you in more peril, danger, and put his job and work at risk. And at the time, this is selfish of him. He considered his work and what he did to be of the most paramount responsibility and importance.
Can't necessarily judge someone too poorly for a good work ethic, so.
Exactly.
I'll stop 20 questioning you now. I'm not the police.
No, you are not.
It just would have been nice to know we had family years ago.
Yes, that was a choice. That choice, I do not blame you for maybe begrudging him. But let it be said that you have all been known to him for quite some time. And he has made sure, not in the pulling strings and moving pieces around sense, but he has made sure at least that you were living the lives that are yours today. He does not believe in interfering in people's lives in the sense of controlling and master stroking where you are. You've all come to the places that you are at by your own talents and abilities. So.
I have too many thoughts to have any sort of response to that.
Of course. Oh, look, we're here at the Rose. Look at that. And with that, he leaves you at the door and
zooms off.
No, he says, "I'll be here while you have your meeting."
All right.
We go back. Go on.
It might be a pretty quick meeting. Who knows?
We'll see. I don't think so. And we cut over to the back to the household where Ignatis is in a side chamber where food and beverage have been provided to you and your guest, private somebody something. Hold on a second here.
Lee Goshawk.
Yes, keen note taker. It is Lee Goshawk. That is true. Private Lee Goshawk.
Private Goshawk, feel free to have some food or drink if you wish.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate the generosity. This is quite the household you were in. I was told to expect. I've never been out this part of town. That's a true. Sometimes during the holidays, my parents would we'd drive through the neighborhood when it was all decorated. But it's been quite some time, and I've never. I mean, the house is so far away from the street itself. It's never been able to get a view of this household. It's quite impressive. Quite impressive.
Yes, it's been in the family for a long time. So I heard that you have information for me on some of these missing orphans.
I knew one. It was a good friend of mine. Cossin, and we used to run together on the streets. We that, and I say run together. I'm not a member of the court or anything like that. We were just friends, and we grew up together. And
there's no judgment here. We're just I'm just trying to figure out what's happening on the streets there with these orphans. So,
well, that's really kind of you. Most people don't really care about us too much, but we I went into the military, and I've been in training, and we would write back and forth, and then about a week ago, I didn't hear anything in the usual messages. So I actually inquired if I could make a visit to the city, and it just so happened that when I did, that's when Lieutenant Hook reached out to me and asked if I'd be willing to speak with you. But I can't other than my friend's name. I mean, I don't think they were really involved in anything. This is the best I can tell you. They weren't really involved in anything. They'd gotten a new job, but that was down over by the docks. But aside from that, they nothing really changed in their life. And then, from my understanding, I went by the docks to check to look into it, and they've been doing really well, and everyone liked them down there, from what I was told. Just one day they just didn't show up for work. So, but I don't know where or when or how they were abducted. If they were abducted, or if they, I mean, it's a rough life on the street. So, but they weren't really living on the street. They were an orphan. So, like, they were living in an orphanage.
And who did you speak to down by the docks that knew your friend?
I spoke to the dock master. That's where I first inquired. Dock mistress. And then just a couple. There was a food stall that sold some really stinky fish, and there was like a couple other folks that were just working the docks there. But yeah.
And you didn't have you said he got the new job, but there was nothing else that changed at all in the last couple letters you got from him?
No, not at all. No, it was him. It was him.
Would you mind sharing copies of those letters with me, or sharing those letters with me?
I don't think there was anything too personal in them, so I don't have them with me. I don't carry them around, but I could have them. I could get them to Lieutenant Crow,
or send them to the house here. That would be fine. I just would like to review them. I will get them back to you once I'm done.
Sure. I think, well, the easiest way for me to get them to you is for me to send them to Lieutenant Crow and then have them delivered here. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it could be more help, but Lieutenant Crow just said if I could speak with you and just let you know what I knew, which again doesn't sound like much, I know, but at least it's a person that right now everyone talks about the orphans as just orphans. They don't actually delve too deep into the into who the people are that are actually disappearing. So I really appreciate you looking into this.
And what was your friend's full name? It was Cousin what?
Crossing something. Crossing your mama. It's hold on, I'm prepared for this, sort of.
I mean, I don't need it right now. If you want to just give it.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
no. I would be. I just gotta find a. It's not there. You got a first name, you lucky bastards. Never even had that for you. Let me see here. Brightway.
Okay. Yes, thank you for this information. I do appreciate it.
Do you
Is there
though?
any- Is there anything I can do for you?
No, I mean, the food and the beverage is very, very, very nice. If you don't mind, if I just have a few more bites before I leave, just because we don't get quite as good food in the and as you may remember, in service. So.
Oh, no rush. We you can take your time. Finish your.
So drinking, shoving some sandwiches in his pockets. No, this he seems very, very, very good and cordial about it. He's like, "Thank you very much. I don't want you to take up much more of your time, though. So I will make sure to head out soon. But the very, 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 very nice home you have here, and I will make sure to get those letters to Lieutenant Hook as soon as possible."
Thank you. And yeah, have fun at the front lines.
Front line. What?
Wherever he's going, but yeah.
He takes you and then leaves you to your stuff. Peryn, you were in the very nice salon, which is all decked out and gaudy. It seems you've never noticed it before, but it seems as if Miss Dreadmire, while getting Esten out of the room and prepping it for, has moved a few of the church decorations, but church statuary and so forth that have been kind of hidden amongst the house and put it into the parlor for more prominent display.
Everything that was pushed into the chapel was suddenly shifted out.
Yeah, sort of like moved and put in more prominent spots amongst the room to better prepare. I mean, again, inside greeting you is the elder and sister who are there to speak with you. Elder Biano is the first to speak, and he's like, "Alkalite, I understand you wish to speak with us."
Yes. Firstly, it is an honor to meet with you. I'm glad that both of you accepted my my invitation to speak. Prior to this, Peryn took a moment to meditate very briefly on as much as he could on the and basically took on his spectrum attunement. So he kind of has a slight, for anyone who can see these things, he's kind of got like a slight bluish sheen to him.
Why don't you give me a perception wisdom check?
Okay. And oh wait, perception. Here we go. That is a 22.
Okay. You do not. So with the elder, you do not see anything of magic about him at all.
Oh no, this isn't the mystic. Oh, because I got.
I'm just saying that when you come in and you're looking like, so if you're saying like, if you were looking to see if anybody notices you come in and you don't see anything mystical about him whatsoever.
Okay.
The sister has nothing about her that is mystical at all. None of them have any Turnstone prosthetics or anything about them. She does have something under her robe. You are able to notice that maybe some kind of like cudgel or baton or something of Turnstone.
Okay.
Other than that, there's something about it. But they seem very non-mystical.
Okay.
For at least in appearance to you.
Okay.
So they're definitely not mystics though. That is that part you are pretty clear on.
Okay. Now, but for me, it's more Peryn was taking on the spectral attunement.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually has like he's using the blue.
The blue, yeah, which is the calmer.
It gives him a benefit for charisma.
Yeah.
For any charisma checks. So he said, "Please, thank you for coming and agreeing to speak with me. You guys must be thirsty after your travel or something. Would you like a nice soothing tea or something? I can have somebody come in and bring that to you."
That is not necessary. It is our lot in life to suffer.
Okay. No, yeah. Peryn kind of wants to look at them and see if he can maybe like an insight check to see if he can kind of gauge where they are emotionally.
Sure, that'd be great. Give me a insight check for each of them.
Okay.
You can do a normal insight check on the elder. You can do a insight check at disadvantage against the
sister. Okay, yeah. So I'll do the
because those are wisdom checks, right? Perception. Yeah. So those are
those are wisdom.
Yeah.
So I'll do the first roll is going to be the
elder.
The elder, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 16 for the elder.
Okay.
I think, why did that say? That's weird.
So 16 to me.
No. It's something else.
You did herbalist kit
too. The early roll. Yeah, it's like, why is that happening? But okay.
Because you want to make them poisons.
Clearly. Okay, so it's 16 for the elder.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want me to go ahead and roll for the sister as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so then you said disadvantage with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
All right. That is 19 for the sister.
Regardless, would have been even sweeter if it was with advantage. That's so what were you looking for exactly?
Just try to see if what their emotional states are, if they seem stressed in any way, or if they're I'm trying to make sure that they seem as calm as possible.
Sure.
Or you might try to make them as comfortable as they can.
The sister Sparrow is calm as could be. In fact, she's almost like despondent. Like there's no emotion coming from her whatsoever.
Okay.
And then as far as he's concerned, the elder, he's giving off kind of he's not agitated to be here. He's not excited. But it's sort of like there's something off in the sense that he's looking about the place. It's not disgust, but it's definitely he's not pleased to be here per se. So
I tell him, well, I don't wish to take up any of your time. I understand it's precious. You just came in from abroad, did you not?
That is correct.
And
it's from Kanuru.
Oh, excellent. How did you find it?
In what sense?
In a sense of the people, in a sense of how did you find that it was
They were
comfortable?
compliant. Yes, our missionary work went well there. We were able
Excellent.
to bring many into our fold.
Good. That's great news. I don't doubt that would be that it would anything would be otherwise.
You'd
Anyway,
be
I understand.
surprised. Our work has taken us all over the globe, and not all are compliant. You would find and he starts to bristle about some of the worst, most defiant people in this world, that we have much work we must do in order to bring them under the heel of Besapon and our great nation and our great religion.
And I believe that you will be that we will be very successful in that. It may take time, but if
Time is not
Zella,
something we always have.
no, clearly, but if Zella teaches us anything, she teaches us patience.
Perhaps if you follow that line of thinking.
Well, as I said, I just wanted you to welcome you to the city, and to welcome your companion as well to the city, and to see if there was anything that perhaps we could do of service, or anything that how Skye could be of service.
Skye. That name sounds familiar for some reason.
Oh well, his family is very prestigious here.
No, more recent than that.
He did lose a sister recently.
Where did he come from before here?
To my understanding, he has kind of been all over.
I see.
He's a bit of a diplomat.
Interesting. Yes, I'd like to meet this Esten Skye at some point. But what was it you wished to do? You said a welcoming?
Yes. Well, we wanted to welcome you. We wanted to welcome you officially to the city, as Esten Skye is very newly arrived himself here. He's taking on the estate from his late sister, and as he's
My
come, he's explained
condolences to the family.
I will definitely I definitely spread that message to him. Sister, I'm sorry, sister. Do you require anything as well? Are you?
No.
Well, again, I just wanted to speak to you and offer the house Skye's assistance to you in any shape that you need. Again, someone who is as prestigious and as pious as yourself would definitely should definitely be honored, and
Agreed.
should be met by the upper crust of the city here of Soretta.
Yes, we would like to meet these people.
I will definitely attempt to see if we can get that scheduled. Esten tends to be a busy man, but he is also a servant, so I'm sure he would be more than happy to meet with you at some point.
No, I mean these upper crust, the city.
Well, I can only speak of the Skye estate currently. But I will see what we can do. I'll definitely make motions towards that. Even speaking to Esten Skye and see if he knows anybody who may be able to speak to you, and introduce themselves to you as well, as obviously faithful members and servants of the divinities.
Yes, I see you have many accoutrements about these place. So the family Skye are they devoted members of the church?
Well, they are as devoted as many of the city are. But it's easy to say that many people have their doubts, but that's why we're here as servants. We're here to assist them and show them Zela's beacon.
We can find out if there are any doubts and bring light to this household if needed.
I understand that, and believe me, I am rest assured that I will ensure that if there is any type of misdoing or anything of that nature, but so far I've witnessed no corruption or anything of that nature. The people here are good and have good hearts, and if there's a bit of a stray away from the light, but again, I feel very strongly that Zelo can show them the way. And I will be more than happy to assist in guiding them. I'm going to roll several things
Sure.
right now.
Sure. Go ahead.
Because I would like to count this as, first of all that stuff earlier, there's a fair bit of deception involved in that.
Okay. Go ahead and
So-
I think. How does yours work? Is it with advantage or is it with just a bonus?
Actually, if it's charisma basis with advantage.
Yeah, there you go.
So see the deception of not letting them know. Oh wow, yeah, that's not working. That's a 9.
Maybe it did.
Basically trying to convince him that I am that they are a little they're still they are pious members of the church would have been the deception. However, that didn't really work as well. So
He does not give an indication one way or the other of whether or not that worked or not. It's
okay.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't scrunch his face or anything when you say these things. He just looks at you and he's like, "Are you sure you're up for the challenge?"
I feel very strongly that I am. I feel that I am uniquely geared towards assisting them in this endeavor.
That is all we need then, isn't it?
I did roll insight earlier for like a Gladhanding attempt. Would that count, or would I need to re-roll?
No, we would you know what, that one we'll go ahead and count that as your
okay.
Now be careful if we can. Okay, we can do it two ways. We can count that one, but then we count the deception as your second because you get 3 rolls.
Yeah, I got yeah.
So you can do one more, and then if you want to count that, or we could do just a baseline. I actually like the idea of going with the ones that you're doing in the scene itself.
Yeah.
So you could pick whether you would like to do intimidate. Do you want to intimidate on these folks, or do you want to persuade?
So here's the question. I was trying to possibly just invite the sister to the shindig.
Give me. You don't even need to make it. You did well enough on the insight roll earlier with her. You get the feeling that these two are and historically, even given that they travel together, they are a kind of a package deal.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on outside. I think it might be rain.
I hope it is.
We don't get rain very much here. Sorry. The in the tropical desert island I live on. Anyway. Yeah, no, it seems like they're a package deal. It does not seem like you'll be able to convince one without getting. You won't be able to get one without the other.
All right.
Yeah. So you could try. You could try persuasion. You know what? Why don't you give me a persuasion and see if you could maybe, with the excellence of this, the way this conversation is going, see if you can clean one off of the other and get only one to appear potentially. Right?
Just let me make sure that's.
Or maybe you intimidate one to not come to the party. Your option there is you have both.
Okay. I will. Peryn will look at the will address the elder first and say, I understand that the timing is probably very poor. There will be a bit of a get together as kind of an introduction to
Really?
to the Skye household. But I do understand that with the excitement of your moving back and forth.
Will there be people of importance there?
There may be a few, but
excellent.
To be
I
quite
wish
honest,
to join this.
Well, to be quite honest, I'm not sure of the guest list yet and who exactly has
even a few minds that we can bend to the ways of Tal would be wonderful.
Well, I think a lot of your work would have already been done by then, but
no, you'd be surprised. It does take time, as you mentioned, and we have not yet met to meet all this. What did you say? Upper crust that is here within the city. It would be my absolute pleasure to what's the word? Hobnob and rub elbows with these common folk. Oh, sorry. Upper crust, as you say.
I mean, as much traveling as you've done, are you sure that you really want to tire yourself with meeting a handful of the people that are here? Like I said, I don't have the full list.
It is but a small sacrifice that I could make for the church and for these people. It would be doing them a service. So I thank you very much, Alkalite, for this invitation. It would be my honor, and obviously the sisters here's honor, to attend such a functionary. If there would be a way to perhaps, I do not wish to overstep our bounds. This is a moment for the return of the Skye household, you say, yes? Yes, we would not wish to overshadow it, but being in attendance would be, yes, quite worthy and nice.
Well, I should ask, when you said you were out in the other places doing the missionary work,
yes,
you ran into a lot of individuals who you had poor dealings with, or
not once we were done with them, no.
And were you able to, and I assume you were able to convince them with simply reading the scriptures to them and
repeatedly, yes.
counseling them on how they should interact with others. Of course, preaching the word of the God's love.
Yes, tough love, as it is.
I think that might be more. I think that might be more appreciated in this situation, or perhaps simply
Alkalites.
yes.
I believe we are well aware in how to speak and bring the word of the gods to the people. That is our mission.
Well, of course you are. I wouldn't say anything else
And I
against
think the best way to aid us is to see that we are seated with this upper crust that you speak of. So I will go ahead and say that we would gladly accept your invitation to this gathering of like-minded, gods-fearing society of people within the city.
You must also understand, your honored one, that because you are new to the city, that there are certain things that should be accepted, and things that should be allowed. And in this instance, I feel, not wishing to tell you your business, but I feel that lighter gloves should be used in this situation.
Indeed.
If this is something that you wish to work. Intimidation.
At disadvantage. Oh, wait, you have advantage, so it cancels it out.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
18.
Damn.
He is taken back by the words, but he goes, understood, Alkalite.
I mean no disrespect, sir.
Of course not. That is noted.
And I humbly accept your and humbly welcome you and your acceptance to your invitation.
We look forward to joining you.
And we look forward to seeing you and the sister. Now, do you wish to have that? You wish to have that tea, or?
No, again, suffering is for us all.
Then may the gods.
They were not intimidated to drink your tea.
You will drink the tea. You'll drink it. You will like it.
They do not. They do not drink the tea. Do not drink your herbalist get 22 tea that you.
I don't know what happened there, but it was some good tea. Clearly,
yeah,
that's a roll.
It is a roll. It's a wasted roll. But it was
yeah,
a roll.
I don't know what happened there.
All right, and on that the still emotionless is sister Tay, and the elder grimaces a little bit with recognition of what you were looking to do there, and you go roll your was it 2 successes? So it was 2d6.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That would be a 5.
5. Okay. Noted. 5.
Yes.
All right. And then we cut back over to the Brass Rose, where how do you all enter? Do you all just sashay?
I figured I would be going through the entertainers. I feel like this is something we would have talked about in the car.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm going to go through the entertainers performance or entrance, because again, if I'm going under the guise of like, I'm worried about being the House of Skye. I'm not going to use the name to get in. So I don't know if you want to come with me back there, Raven, if you want to enter a different way, if you want to lay low. I'm not.
I'd probably kind of enter with you, but like once you're going to the table, I'll probably peel off and, just kind of watch.
Yeah. So I'll go through the entertainers entrance and
Okay. You're able to go through the entertainer's entrance. You go and you look inside the floor, and you see at a table a woman that looks like the description and the photo that you saw of Lore.
all right. Can I catch her eye? I just don't want to like startle her.
Well, yeah, as long as you don't roll stealth, you should be fine. Like,
okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll just, I'll just go up and. Can I have a seat?
yes, and on that we fade to black, and we'll pick up next time. Episode 13 of Chosen Industries House of Skye.
Lucky 13.
That's right. All right. So before we end, let's do a shout out to our performers this evening. So first up, Winston. Tell us who you is and where you can be found on the interwebs if you so exist there.
I'm Winston Clark. I played Peryn, and I can be found at with my webcomic, which we'll be posting at some point in the near future. New episodes would the Subconscious Eye webcomic, which would be at subconsciouseye.com, and my socials are on Instagram, Blue Sky at Subconscious Eye, and Subconscious Eye Studios, respectively. And I can also be found on Facebook under Subconscious Eye.
Amazing. And Mandy.
Mandy, I play Raven, and I can be found here on Tuesday nights. Love y'all.
That's woohoo. That's right. And we love you, Mandy. And Ariel.
I'm Ariel Caston, as Reggie ran. You can find me on social media at Ariel Caston or via my podcast, The Large Nerdron Collider.
All right. Awesome sauce. Matt Walsh.
Hey, I'm Matt Walsh. You can find me on most socials at Matt P. Walsh, and I'm here every Tuesday and looking forward to our first episode of the new year next week.
That's right. And let's give a shout out to the folks behind the scenes: game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brendan Stoddard; tarot design and writing, Robert Stoddard; character design, Adam Schubert; tarot and symbol design, Luana Zara; and graphic and UI design, Flor Sirotino of the Wanderer's Tome. I am your game master and CEO and creative director at Play On Words Studios, Christopher Mifsud. You can find me on the interwebs at the Magical Mr. Mifsud, but more importantly, on Play On Words Studios, wherever it is, because that's more important than me. And we appreciate all your support, those who've tuned in and watched us live, and those who are checking us out on our videos on demand. Thank you again for all your support, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. On the YouTubes or the Twitches. The Twitches, not the Twitters. You'll find the other stuff there. And we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks, everybody. Bye.